One frustration that so many people in my community share is the amount of tests that come back as normal when they know that something is wrong with their body. For example, conditions like endometriosis, adenomyosis, fibroids, PMOS, the new name for PCOS. These are all conditions that could cause painful periods, and it can take years to get a diagnosis. And in that time, so many people are told, well, your labs came back as normal, therefore nothing's wrong with you. You're probably just being overdramatic. You're probably sensitive. Some people can't handle pain. And we're essentially trained to ignore the signals, the very real signals that our bodies are sending us because, well, our test came back as normal. And something important to remember, and something that I have to remind myself often, is just because the test that they chose to run came back as normal, that doesn't mean that nothing is wrong. It just means that they're not running the right tests.
This is a common frustration that I hear from patients. They know something is wrong, they've had symptoms for months or even years, but all of the lab work returns as normal. Why does this happen? I like to tell my patients 3 things. Number 1, hormonal labs can be really challenging. Our hormones are constantly changing throughout our cycle, so the range for what is normal can be quite large. Getting lab work on one random day of the cycle provides a random snapshot of a dynamic process. Sometimes you don't capture the abnormality based on timing alone. The second thing I say is that we can only test for what we have tests for. There are many things not yet described or discovered in science and medicine. If we haven't discovered it yet or developed the right test for what you have, we may not see lab abnormalities. This is just because we're not checking the right lab. Lastly, when we order labs, we are checking to see if we can clarify the diagnosis, not checking to see whether your symptoms or concerns are worthy of attention and care. Your lived experience doesn't require a lab test for me to believe you, and normal labs don't mean your pain, bleeding, anxiety, or discomfort is unworthy of treatment.